Hello everyone. Hold on a little bit. I'm still have to like fix something. Not sure I can fix it or not, but I'll try to. Like. And if you want to ask, like, then why didn't you fix it first before you start the stream? I tried. Okay, it's not like I did. I tried. All right. This is my one last ditch effort trying to like fix this thing, but oh man. Oh, seems like it didn't work. Let's see, does this thing work? Nope, it didn't. Either of them did. Ooh. Okay, if I can't do this in here, I definitely can do that. How about in here? Error plugin not found. This is a little bit worrying. How about turn you off and you on? Nope. Still doesn't work. On again. Yeah, I don't even know how some of the thing works. How some of the thing didn't work. Hi there, Gunner. I'm drawing something I found in. Sometimes I do scroll through Facebook, and then I found this like very funny like skit. I just share it to a friend at first, but later on I found out actually one of the person who voiced the skit is someone I know, and I'll be like, you know what, do you want me to animate it? And she'd be like, yeah, that's that would be cool. And that just started it. I haven't really fully go into it yet. I did a warm up with just a warm up, to kind of like get a hang of like drawing animation on tree again, because on tree is a little bit different. You can see like is the movement is slightly more janky than like on two, because I want to do like a low budget animations. And let me try to play this thing. And this is like the anime, you know, this is more like the animatic, but the animatic is like half made. I still have something planning on it. I already asked, because here's the thing, like, I'll show you first, but I have to like link the sound file or something else. Oh, by the way, is the chat like activated at all? Because I feel like it's a little bit buggy at the moment. Yeah, I have like a few. I was trying to use like a new things, but it seems like it just didn't work today. I might have to like fix that up later. But again, let me try to play this thing if you can hear it or not. If you can't, means I have to like fix this thing too. Ah, hold on. Again, this is a very like rough animatic only, so it's not going to be very nice looking. Let me add it temporarily. Add it into my Spotify thingy so you guys can hear it. Properties. Okay. It might going to be a bit loud or not. Depends.
妈妈，妈妈，我找到你以前的芭比娃娃，可以给我吗？
哦，当然可以，我的小宝贝。
爸爸，爸爸，我找到你以前的新街娃娃。过来，过来呀！这是我的，我的。哎呦，你没有乱张啊！最强看吗？
谢啦，谢啦。
卡哇伊，这个叉烧好过生你啊！还要我给你啊？
妈妈，妈妈。
So the story premise is basically just like this. If it's a mom, found a Barbie doll is fine. But if it's a dad, you got that like Hololive Fumo, you're dead. Yeah, that's a question of like a lot of people do not know how animation work. There's still a lot of people believe that animation apparently is magic. Trust me, I've seen so many people like like sometimes like we animators we have to like tell people like, oh, you want to like anyone, like we do marketing like, hey, anyone want to commission us, we do like 5 seconds this amount of money, and then some people would say like, how the fuck does thing cost that much? Dude, you are buying like more or less 5 seconds, like how many, even if I animate it on tree, okay, and some of the frame is like missing, okay, just to prolong like some of the movement. Like if animate on tree means like 1 second, I still need to draw like 8 image, and more or less let's give it like a benefit of the doubt, 5 image per seconds, okay, 5 image per second. If I need to draw like 5 seconds is going to be, I still haven't like calculate like the rest of the thing, like speech, secondary movement, this and that other stuff, but still just going to count the main movement, okay. 5 seconds still have to be cost like 1 second, 5 image. If it just costs like normal thing, 1 image would cost around like $80. That would be already like a bulk discount at that point. It's like a super discount. I'm not going to make like super like clean animation with like $80. It's like, imagine like you divide 80 with like 5 image. That's a lot of things you have to draw, you know. So $80 for 5 image is not really feasible at all, to be honest, in many cases. But still, even you just charge people like that, so 5 second is like 80 times 5. My math is like super bad. Used to be engineer too. Gosh dang it. Okay, calculators. Okay, I'm being very generous in this like calculations actually. It's like I super undercharge at this point. So 80 times 5, okay? You get $400. So if you just want like a emote, a small ass emote that nobody can see, we can charge you even lesser because we don't have to color the shading and detail. But it's still going to be very, very expensive. Like would be like 250. And the one I do is like it's going to be like adding shading and stuff. So it's definitely is like 400 for 5 seconds. This is not going to be too much, it's not going to be too less, but if the people that believe that, hey, I buy one artwork is like $100, why can't you like lowering it down for the animations? It's so fucking expensive. I was like, you are essentially you just bought a artwork for like $40, right? So imagine you have to buy like 1 second 5 image of $40. How much would that cost? A lot, obviously. But man, there's still lots of people actually do not know how animation works. That kind of infuriates me sometimes too. And weirdest thing, okay, weirdest thing. The people who kind of like bitch about this kind of the most is VTubers. I am one too, but also at the same times like. And those are the VTubers that they never watch anime or cartoon in their life. They literally have zero knowledge about animations. Which kind of further slightly pissed me off more. It's not like I'm always perpetually angry, okay? It's just that the level of unknown things, like why are you a VTuber then? To be honest. I know like being VTuber does have its perk, like you don't have to show a face and everything, but you want to be in there. You have to like go into the culture, you know. Else you're just going to become furry at that point. Like better off going to be a furry. It's the same thing. You buy a very expensive model, being there, you block your face, and then you waste a lot of money on one thing and another thing and then another thing and then another thing. And technically, like VTubing and a furry, like the expensive fursuit is kind of like adjacent, kind of like being. We are not the same, but we kind of walk the adjacent line together. But yeah, it's like if you, it's basically just that. If you want to block a face, you start to wear a furry costume. If you don't like furry like cultures, then don't be a furry. And then if you don't like being like a VTuber, like being like anime cultures, this and that other stuff, don't be a VTuber. Find your own. I know not like anime is going to like take over the entirety of like entirety of VTubing. There's like the part that's like VTubers is like starting to flooding in. The new kind of VTubers like from the D&D cultures or like TTRPG cultures. They flood in as a VTuber of that. For me it's kind of fine. But yeah. Well, obviously, this like 101 for animations. When we do animation, we have to keep something called like a consistent volume. So if we don't keep the consistency of the animation, it's just going to be very, very scuffed. Unless you want it cheap. If you want it cheap, we can't like think about this. The more frame we draw, the more smoother it is. But obviously, we're going to draw more frame. So we if we draw more frame, we don't need to rely on the classic 101 trick of like squash and stretch. So when you want it cheap, want us to draw less frame, we have to make the motion smooth by having squash and stretch, like like those kind of like if anyone remember Naruto, okay, Naruto have like that pain like scene, like have that really like squish up face if you just pause in any moment. It's mainly because like they need to create like fluid animations and everything. So they have to like squash and kind of like break the bone in between just to fill up the empty gap like of some of the frames they have. So if they animated in every single frame, they don't need that. But the problem is they are still going in like the standard anime productions pipeline. So they are still using like, especially like Naruto and like Bleach and like One Piece around that time, they are still using like the what we call a on-tree animations process. Okay, on-tree animation process. If you don't, or you can say anime on tree. If you don't know like what anime on tree is, let me try to like show you something. Okay. Is this one good? Yeah, this one is good. Okay, so try to think about this like anime on tree. Imagine you have. Oh wait, I can literally like open a new file for this thing. Wait, I don't even need to open a new file for this thing. Then I actually animate a tutorial out. Yeah, I actually explained this thing once to someone before, so I think I still got the file saved up. Unless I didn't save it. Yep, I didn't save it, sadly. Well, easy. Just redo it again. I'm a good animator. New animations. And... okay. Now, try to think this. Right now, I'm animating... where's my glove? Yeah, I haven't like fully prepped up yet. If you don't mind me start yapping about and teaching people like animations, if you are already expert in animation, I'm sorry. It's like, you know, like imagine like a kid teach you like what a MOBA is. Oh, Sayu? No, no, no. Hold on a little bit. I need to find pen. Ah, yes, found it. Sayu is a voice actor. I'm an animator. Technically, I want to become a voice actor too. It's just that, too bad. Like most of the his thing, like I have the accents unlike Sayu. So I end up like doing a lot of auditions. I didn't get in any auditions. It's because mainly most of the reply is they say like I have like this like very heavy accents, so I end up like unable to like become voice actors just mainly because they say it doesn't match the characters, you know. And to be honest, like it my pitch goes a lot of places. Is like I'm a multilingual person, so I kind of like speak in many different pitches. When I speak in Mandarin, I kind of like speak in higher pitch. If I speak in English, actually, when I speak in English, I sound way more different like this one. It's basically a little bit different. Like I want to enunciate my word properly, so I end up relaxing my vocal cord, and this is just how I normally sound like when I actually speak in English. But the problem is, again, it's not that my tone is the issues. It's my accent is the issues. I learned how to speak English by watching Doctor Who, so I have like this slightly British accents, but not all the way because I'm still a Malaysian. So I have this like very heavy Asian accents. Unless you really want me to go full on Uncle Roger, if I cannot go to Uncle Roger style, then I cannot lah. I can do quite lots of different voice just from doing those kind of things. And obviously, I can also go for a very old man voice. No, I'm not Voldemort. I'm an old man that ran out of his breath because he smoked a little too much when he's old. The boy who lives has come to play the magic of the gathering cards. Minion, fetch me my blue deck. What? I'm Voldemort. Do you think I have friends? Again. Yes, every single time I mentions my voice acting, my attempt of trying to become voice actors, I will always do all this. I would do all this like full skit, just trying to flex my voice acting skill. You know, let's yap about this. After that, I will like start explaining the animation thing. All right. Do you know why there's like a generation difference when we do an old man voice? If you ask a 20 years old or like maybe like a young kid to voice a old man, and you ask anyone who is like in their 30 or like 40s to voice the old man, they will voice the old man in a very different method. For us, like I'm 30 years old, okay? For us, like a lot of people who are on the older side, we actually will voice our old man like that, like out of breath, kind of like don't have strength, kind of like old man, because what we experience on like hearing and like interacting with like old people, especially our grandpa and grandma, like old people around those days, like on their younger times, okay, in like the 40s and 50s, like even earlier from that time, it's like everyone is literally smoking a lot. Everyone's a chain smokers because like the doctors literally prescribe like a pack of cigarettes, like 3 pack of cigarette a day, as you know, medical stuff to de-stress yourself. I'm not even kidding. You can try to go and check it. So this is why like we experience lots of like older people. We would actually go for like the out of breath sound because everyone used to be a chain smoker back then. So when they actually got old, they literally have a very bad lung and also like vocal cord. So like when they get old, they actually do have a very bad like this kind of out of like sound voice. Else they always are struggling talking in some sense when they got older. So when we voice like old people, we go for the out of breath one. But nowadays when kids like you ask them like how they're going to voice the older people, they won't go for the out of breath like you know like voice. They go for more of like those kind of uncle type voice. You know? Like this, I guess. No. I'm not those kind of persons. I can't imagine how the old man sounds like. But yeah, basically they have a very different versions of like how to sound like an old man. For me, it's like the out of breath one. For lots of people who are younger one, they when they hear me, and then they will be like, "That is not how the old man sounds like." Obviously, that old man. When little kids, especially like those kind of like 12 to like 16 years old, when they say that's not how an old man sounds like, their grandpa is like 50 years old right now, or like 40s, like on the late 40s or like half 40s, mid 40s. Yeah, so that way, like I immediately felt so fucking old when they say that, and then I completely understand why when they say like, "Oh, that's not how old man sounds like." I also understand you because my brother is like already close to like the mid 40s. He still don't sound like an out of breath old man. It just sounds normal. He don't smoke that much. So yeah, it's a very like different like experience. But yeah, let's get back into like what I was like talking about like again. So imagine we have right now I have this thing on. Let's make it like bigger. Okay, thumbnail size, big as heck. Okay, now you guys can have an easier time to see this. So that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, blah blah blah. 1 second within. Let me zoom in. It's much more better. So 1 second, that's like 24 frame. Okay, that's like the standard anime Japan like anime standard. There are people using 25 frame. There are people using 24 frame. There are people using 30 frame. I'll be holy heck, 30 frame. Like how much money they paid you? But again, try to think that you are going to do a punch. Okay, your entire title, like main point is to do a punch. So you have to do a punching motions. But doing a punching motion, you have to be like still. You have to go still and then... Oh, hold on. Okay, you have to go still. You have to wind up. Okay, you have to punch. So there's like 3 motion in there. And you can do each motion in 1 second or like half a second or this and that other stuff. Depends on your own personal experience, like how fast you can do a punch. But I do like the classic like wind up like and like, you know, like cartoon kind of like punch. So I will be like have like this is the first actions, the still. So this is like he's standing still. And then go for the wind up. So there will be still, and then have like a motion here, and then have another motion here, and then they fully finish the wind up. And then this will be another wind up, and then go to like a full punch. Okay, I need the punch to be like really, really fast. Okay, so if I want the punch to be very, very fast, I only able to spot the first 2 frame and then the last 2 frame. Maybe I can add like in the middle frame too, but I want to like show a little bit much more clearer movement at the end. So I will like add 1 more frame in here. So there will be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So there will be like 5 frame in between. Sometimes maybe can even be more. And then we have something called like 20 frame per second. Okay, that will be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, and then like 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You kind of get it, get what we are talking about. So each frame, imagine like this is the guy standing here. So this will be his winding frame. Like we would not draw every single frame in every single seconds. We have to save up our like energy and like time consumption, this and that. We are underpaid. We do not have like, again, like not a lot of people know that they have to pay a lot when they have to when we have to draw every single frame. So we charge it less, so we draw less frame. So there's something called a DPS. So this is FPS. The frame we already have, like pre-existent, I got 24 frame. Okay, DPS is not damage per second. Okay, this is not like a MOBA like RPG term. Okay, DPS is draw per second. Okay, so I have 1 drawing here, and then every if I skip every like 1 frame here, and then I will draw another frame here, we will be calling this animations. Stupid. Animation on 2. Okay, so every 2 frame we draw 1 frame. But for Japan animations, they go for slightly a little bit differently. Okay, they will always jump 2 and then the 4th one. Okay, the 4th one, and then we will draw another image. So this is what we call animations. You kind of already get it. On 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Every 3rd frame we draw like a frame in. So if I go for that method, okay, if I go for that method, means like every 3 frame I have to draw 1 frame. So 1, 2, again like 1, 2, 3. This is that frame, and then I will create 1 more frame here, and then I keep on creating 1 more, 1 more, 1 more, 1 more, 1 more, 1 more. You can see like how much frame we already have in here until the end of this one is technically like a still frame here. So we have 1 image, 2 image, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 frame per seconds in here. So within 1 second of actions, I can draw a guy. Okay, this one I go thicker, it's much more easier for me to draw. Okay, I can go for a guy that's like standing still. Okay, there's him like standing still, all those kind of things. Okay, and then the second image, I can use like an onion skin, and then, oh, I can draw the face too. Okay, so we draw the face, and then let's go him like starting to like ready up, winding up the punch. Oh, a very long time, I guess. Sometimes I stream for a very long time. Sometimes I stream like shorter times. Right now, I'm just like using this extra time to. Essentially, right now is my free time. I supposed to take a break today, but I feel like, you know what? I want to draw, and I want to stream. I got some free times at nighttime. Usually, I stream at my morning time. Okay, right now it's my night time. And then can draw this. That's his hand like this. And then this is his other hand. Just ready up the punch. Like all those kind of thing, like how you kind of like draw them, it really depends on how you wanted to draw them. So it's basically end up the entire animations. I think I actually export this thing before. All right, then you can have fun and like good luck on helping your family stuff. Let me try to find some of the stuff that I made. I think I actually put in the art drive. Is it? Yeah, yes, this one. Oh, I actually have the entire animations here. So, yeah, ignore the pirate software. So the entire animations would look like this. Ta-da! This is like 4 1-second actions, actually. I didn't... See? Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. Alright then, see ya. So this is how I actually do the like the animations for like the punching scene. So I did this like on like full 2 seconds. Like you technically can have like entire 1 second like actions within like very fast. Like you shouldn't punch people within 2 seconds. You will get punched immediately. You like 1 second wind up is a little bit too much. Now I realize my error of my time, but still, yeah. So this is a much more smoother animation. You can kind of already see like I'm doing like a little bit squish and squash, but at the end like the animation movement is still very janky. Okay, it's smooth, but same time a little bit janky because I'm animating on 3. I only got like 8 drawing to like fill up, but if I draw more drawing into it, I definitely can like animate a little bit more than usual, and that will be the case. Um, let's count 20%. Wow, seriously, my chat did not work at all. Yeah, I feel sad now. Gotta use the other one. Yep, Zomboid, I am streaming. It's just that someone dropped by and asked me, quote them some price for making an animated reactive for them. I have to recheck about how I price my thing because like a lot of people actually say like my pricing is super unfair to myself. Like imagine this, like this is the funniest thing is like people are complaining I charge them too cheap. Okay? They're complaining I'm charging them too cheap. Like holy shit. So I have to like, change a little bit. Oh, the blue stream. Ah, thank you. I need to be much more fairer. If I have to do a animations emote, okay, you be the judge for me, okay? It's very random, but yeah, if I do animation emote like this kind of things, okay, let's go find a better way to show it. My own personal vision. Hold on. Why vision is so slow today? Why am I signing out? Okay, let's go back now. Profile. Is it? Yes. Okay. This is like most of like my art stuff going on here. My drawing thumbnail for people, reactive, this and that, yada yada stuff. So, animated reactive. Okay. How much would this thing would cost? They're moving, their animations. Even though it's mild, it's still animations at the end. You know. I still try my best to kind of like animate them like not too much, not too less, obviously. Yeah, because like if you charge people like $100 and then some people say, "Hey, that's too expensive," but it's animations. Even the art is kind of like shit, but still it's animations. I have to draw multiple image for to get things done, There's lots of work involved. And besides, mine is like on the cheaper end of the animations. Like someone asked for this kind of animations, which is like much more basic, so I feel like charging them like 120 is a little bit too much. It is, and for me, as my heart cannot go through that. I have to like charge them slightly cheaper, maybe 80s or like 60. 65. Okay, go for 65. Go for 65, and if they want like a additional options, let's charge them 10% on this. 10% on this because it's not going to be like too much difference. Let's be like this event game theme, yada yada stuff. Okay, should be nice. Publish. E. I thought I got a new business. Ah, now I'm sad. Yeah, you should. It's already 1 a.m. Yeah, I was like talking to a client about some Animatic, asking for quote, and I gave her the quote. 144 ringgit should be good for a Animatic. Well, technically, it's still very cheap. I made it, but it's not like a very like you know, complicated Animatic, so I'm fine with it. Something that I can finish 2 within a day. I know I'm supposed to charge people like $100 for like animated Animatic. No, animated like reactive. But still, I am a fair person. I charge people fair price. That's the best I can do. Technically, it's unfair to me, but still. Oh yeah, by the way, I do comic too. Oh yeah, I haven't wrote down my comic service yet. Because aside from doing animatic, I draw comic, I do artwork, I do this and that other stuff. This is my portfolio. Okay, I do a lot of art things. If you guys ever seen it. Ta-da! Hardly going to say this is my favorite artwork, but it kind of is. I love the pose, and I love like the vibrancy I add into it. It kind of like my brand, because not a lot of people like know this kind of way to do drawing. Yeah, this is like the sketchathon drawing, yada yada, you know, the most general stuff. Oh yeah, I totally forgot. I need to play some music for you guys. Yeah, sleepy music for everyone. It's fine. My job is to stream and chat with people and do my own thing. And then if you guys like cannot like always enjoy, it's fine. My job is literally to scream at the void. And funny thing is, I am the void with the voice. Oh, speaking about that, I haven't actually like do my opening for you guys. Hold on a little bit. Hello there everyone, my name is Kirivaku and I'm your host and your void with the voice here to entertain you and may or may not have no idea what I'm doing and may have not again. Start yapping and then, you know, went on tangents and then do everything here. This and that, yada yada. My stream mainly is just to do things and hang out with everyone that drop into the stream. Because generally it's just a yapping stream in disguise. Yes, I am doing animations, but I'm taking my sweet ass time to do it. Yeah, I have so many animation projects I'm actually still working on. Like this one coming soon scene for me is still like animation project. I haven't finished yet. Oh, I do. Last month I didn't. Mainly is because I'm doing like a special event called like a Donathon Sketchathon. It's basically anyone that every single time I stream, I will look like who is having like which VTuber is having a birthday or like, you know, anniversary, and then draw them like an artwork. You know, speaking about Sayu, okay? Speaking about Sayu. He actually had a birthday last month, so I did when I do my sketchathon streaming, I did give a sketch to him. Hold on a little bit, let me show it to you. Oh, I only got like that one. I need to go to the gallery. Yeah, I export like a transparent version one, but again, I don't really need it. And let me find it. Where is it? Ah, I scroll too much. Aha! It's here. See that cool character, huh? It was me, Sayu. Definitely is him. He's everywhere. Oh no. Funny thing is, like, I play almost all games like without like any English dub most of the time, except Kingdom Heart, because when I was a kid I already played English versions. It sounds weird when I listen to the Japanese version. So like I usually go for like if like, oh, this game from like, you know, China, and then like, oh, like Wuthering Wave, I'll just use the Chinese one. But I think that Japanese is superior, so I go back to the Japanese one. And that's like the generally I use a lot of things like if they are in Japanese one, I will like use the Japanese one. If they are like local English one, then I'll do the local English one. But personally, I don't really detect Sayu voice at all for lots of games I play. Maybe it's because he like is there, I just didn't notice. For me, his voice is more like less on the distinguished side, because I'm not like, you know, I'm not like a person who's like interactive with him a lot. So yeah, I'm using his like first model kind of like outfit. So yeah, I do a lot of things. And also this one. I haven't really started to finish this thing. I really need to finish this thing. This is like the Raura Animatic. Not even Animatic. I just straight up animated. It's a rough animations, but I didn't even plan anything animatic. I just like feel like what I want to do, and then I just do it. Oh, he's Rocket. Huh. I didn't know. Rocket from like the Marvel Rival, right? Oh, wait a minute. Oh wait, that is like the Guardian of the Galaxy one, so it's a different one. Yeah, if you don't know, actually, TikTok have like the auto, you know, like the kind of like TTS service like coming from using the TikTok like thingy, and apparently there's like a Rocket Raccoon voice that is spot on with like the movie counterpart of the Rocket Raccoon. Nah, I won't really say the same. We got like different inspirations. He is like from the Kamen Rider era. He going for like the Kamen Rider hair. For me, it's like I got my hairstyle from Kingdom Heart. Oh no. That you kind of like mistook. Most VTuber don't really have you know, most VTuber don't really have like the spiky big hair, sadly. A lot of like the reason why you kind of can look at me, Sayu, and you know, you're the one who said it. But again, Sayu like design is quite similar to mine, is because like we both kind of like same target, like around like 2005 to like 2010 era of anime. But generally right now, most VTubers is going for like the, you know, like the Korean webtoon oppa style kind of like aesthetic. And even when they kind of like oh, I can talk about this thing. Man, I just infinitely keep yapping. Don't worry, it's fine. It's fine. It's my holiday. I can do whatever heck I want. Okay? Again, back in the days, jingle jingle jingle, I used to want to do a lot of like video format content. So I written down like quite a lot of like a lot of like topic that I should do like a talk about and then research this and that other stuff. So you can see this thing, okay? Back in the days, okay? Back in the days, we have anime before the 2000 era, okay? So if you look at like most VTubers, like you can see like they have like long face, sharp chin, big chest, and then like really like high sex appeal kind of like abs and everything, okay? This one of them. This one of them. Like you can see like the identical similar pattern here, you know? Long face, white chest, this and that stuff. And then look at this. Same sort of like long face, white chest, white kind of like shoulders, all those kind of things. Same kind of like style going on there. And then you look at the anime and like the like, you know, anime or like the manga from like the earlier like 90s or like maybe 90s to 80s, okay? They all look like that. All the like manga from back in the past, okay? They all look like that. Not the anime nowadays. Anime nowadays, everyone just look like gosh dang fucking Kirito. So try to think about this. This is like literally how like male characters was drawn back in the days. See? This is all the anime like before the 2000 era. See? So you look at all this like older like anime characters or like manga character, they all scream anime. Like especially you look at Vampire D, okay? You look at Vampire D, like you look at him and then you don't say like he's not a male VTuber. All male VTuber looks like this. And also, this is like an anime from like the 1989, okay? So it's from 1990, I can just say this. So you look at like everyone here, or the dude here, or the this is a female, dude, female, dude. See? In many cases, we would call this peak male VTuber design. Okay, there's so many male VTuber design here. They all look like male VTuber at this point. So yeah, this is like the first category of like sexy male VTuber design, okay? They're going to look like this. And then the second one, they are just going to look like gosh dang like Kirito. Everyone just going to look like Kirito, sadly. And then there's like the hidden trait one, like you know, like Sayu, also like I'm also like in that kind of like lane. Like we're going for like the 2005 to like 2010 era kind of like anime style. That's like a very distinguished anime style around that time. So I would say it's quite close to like Bleach in that peak. Not really in that peak. It's like in the middle of that peak. And then like Bleach kind of like anime style, or like maybe Fairy Tail, maybe like a lot of like Gun X Blade. Is it Sword X Blade or Gun X Blade? I kind of forgot. Yeah, and then that's like a lot more anime like around those kind of times and days, like all those kind of like very have those kind of like very like different kind of era. But the reason, okay, that's one reason I say like 2005 to like 2005 to like 2010. Do you know why I specifically stopped at 10? SAO came out at December, like around like December 2010. I think it's November 2010, not December. Yeah, came out at November 2010. So that would I say would be the end of the era of male character design in anime series after that. Because SAO becomes so freaking popular, even people do not watch SAO. They kind of know how Kirito looks like. And for some reasons, like I say again, like because he is like so freaking famous, every single character afterward, like all the male character design afterward, is just another clone of like, it's just a different clone of a various different clone of like Kirito. And because of around that time, Vtuber also become like way more famous. A lot more people have like the memory log of like, oh, if I need to design a male anime characters to be display myself as a Vtuber, and then the immediate image they have is to look like Kirito. So around the very early age of like male Vtuber popping out, everyone is just a different color of Kirito. Okay. It's like you watch like Fate Stay Night, everyone is just Saber design at that point. For us around that time, the nightmare of VTubing back then is like everyone is Kirito. It's basically sci-fi Kirito, fantasy Kirito, blonde Kirito, Kirito with like green hair, nerd Kirito, schoolboy Kirito, young Kirito, slightly older Kirito. Like everyone is just look like a Kirito clone. It's just like you going in there is just going to be a nightmare for you. And then like there's like the glass Kirito. There's so many things, so many things. So like that is like mainly the nightmare for a lot of people. And then like I say again, later on, like, you know, VTubing become like more and more popular, and then the high sex appeal, like a male VTuber starting to pop out. People joining in. Some people don't like to be a Kirito clone or like just like high sex appeal, like male VTubers. So they go for the third options, the TTRPG, or you can say Dungeon and Dragon options. So they go for those kind of aesthetic and like the general art look of like how a Dungeon and Dragon like campaign character look like. So those kind of things, you know, later on there's like a lot of like, ooh, dragons, ooh, like draconic humans, or like a little bit furry like characters, or cat boys, like vampire, this and that and stuff. A lot more like other stuff like theme like popping out afterward. And then there's like the hidden kind, the more hidden kind, the mascot type. So essentially, you will see like a lot of people got like baited, like watch like VTubers. They see like, oh, a hot VTuber, let's click into it, and then he have the most deepest voice that you can ever hear, and they'll be like, oh shit, I got baited, and they were left. But nowadays they choose like a different route. They still using like the hot female VTubers model, but the hot female VTuber is not talking. Okay, they are function as a TTS, and then the one that is talking maybe it's like on top of the head, or like on their shoulders, or on like they're like hugging it. Like it's the mascot of their characters is the one that is doing talking. So yeah, that is like the hidden characteristic. But here's the thing, I can tell you one thing for sure. I still feel a little bit sad that it might not work nowadays, because like I see like that gacha post, nobody likes Kamen Riders anymore, sadly. Technically there still is, but the, you know, like the high gacha like character like appeal is much more bigger these days. So I do say so. It's like many of the VTuber watchers, okay, the people who watch VTubers, they are dude. So if you really want to appeal to the VTuber like watcher communities, since they are all dude, you can choose another route, which is the most rarest route of all. Okay, become a Gundam. Like imagine you can literally like role play as a pilot, and then like you literally have like a scene that you can go into your mecha and then like display it this way, or you can just henshin turn yourself into like a Kamen Riders, or like every Kamen Rider like thingy, or like turn into Ultraman. A lot more people would actually watch you. But not too much, sadly. Not lots of people have those kind of like fandoms like going on there. Sha-la-la-la-la. That will be the end of this conversation here, sadly. Not too much things to be talking about at the moment. See what kind of things I can keep going. Oh yes, I need to keep doing this thing. All right.
没有乱脏啊，最强 come
对
on！
啦，
我的，哎呦，你没有乱脏啊，最强。
Oh yeah, I got the permission to use the image, which is a good thing. If you guys don't know what image I'm gonna use, like again, like the animatic I'm gonna do is supposed to be like he after like talk about like Sui-chan kind of like Fumo, he took it back, and then I want to put like an animatic scene that he like put it in a dedicated Sui-chan like shrine. Yes. So I'll need to make a new scene again. Again, I'm fine with it. I'm having fever anyway, so I'm just doing it slowly and gradually. Take my sweet ass time. It's not like people paying me to do it. This is like a fan animations. Unless you guys like say like, "Hey, I'm going to pay. I'm going to donate you money. You better do it. You better finish it today." And I'll be like, "Oh shit, then I can better finish it today." Where was I again? I need to take a look at that thing.
我的，哎呦，你没有乱。
Yep. Good luck doing your thing again. Oh wait, did the music stop? Yes, the music stopped. I wonder why like the plugin just doesn't work right now. Is it because I have like this thing on? Okay, let's try the plugin again. Okay, let's close it. And turn it back on. Yep, I cannot use this thing anymore. Yeah, don't worry, I got a different method to do it. I still got a few more template. Intergalactic basic. Yeah, I think I cannot customize it anymore, but I think I can continue using the template properly. Go to studio mode again, go to my chat. Okay. I'm just going to a template. Yes. Okay, I fixed most of the things, but not this, sadly. Well, it's better than nothing, right?
脏，最强强吗？我的，哎呦，你没有乱脏。哎呦，你没有乱脏，是我的，我的，哎呦，你没有。我的，哎呦，你没有乱脏，最强。
Where was I again? Ah, yes, I'm doing something. This one. What is my...
接完了，朋友了，过来呀，这是我的。我的。你没有。哎呦，你没有乱张啊！哎呦，你没有乱张啊！最强 Q。哎呦，你没有乱张啊！ 呦，你没有乱脏啊！最强 come
再
on，
来，
脏啊！最强。没有乱脏啊！最强 come
再
on，
来些。
Oh, you mean like the art I have on my left screen? Yeah. Depends on which kind of art. Like you mean like right behind me, the model? That's on my right side. The art behind me, yep. Yesterday I did like a Donathon sketchathon, so I can record all the time lapse that I draw. Not all yet. I will like update the time lapse again, because this one is a little bit like old already. This is like around when I draw like 30 image. I already drew like 41 image, so like there's like a lot more things going on there. And the image, you kind of like see the phone like right behind it on the left side is also my artwork. It's just not, you know, like super visible at the moment. How to make the animatic fast in the fastest way? Easy. Just randomly keep drawing 1 frame at a time. Screenshot. You don't even have to save the image. Just screenshot and then toss it into the video editing.
乱脏，最强 Q 吗？
是啦是啦，
最强 Q 吗？
是啦是啦，是啦。
Suddenly I change him back into Akatsuki for no reasons. Just for comedic effect. Well, it's kind of my personal skill. I am coming from like a 3D animated background. So in Clip Studio Paint, you can actually have, they have lots of like pre-made like 3D model that you can post them, and then you can like use them like pose in a certain pose, and then like move them into like a certain you know, angle and stuff. Like, sorry that my hand keep moving, but I forgot I didn't turn on my camera. Again, I'm going to be like frank to you all. I actually do not afraid to show my face. So hold on a little bit. Much more easier. I'm the kind of like person that talk with his hand a lot. So a live 2D model doesn't really justify like the usually like when how I speak. So yeah. Again, it's time to disappoint anyone with this kind of voice. Then what would he look like? Well, he doesn't look like much. I basically just like a background anime characters. I'm not even kidding. It's like Sinpachi wannabe. Hey, where's my camera? Oh yeah. Ta-da! Yeah, I had my hair cut, so like I don't look like Sinpachi anymore. But when my hair go long again, I'll just look like one again. But again, yeah, you can do like lots of like 3D stuff, like manipulating like the 3D model, this and that, other stuff. I can even show you guys. Like, okay, if I want to do some drawing, okay. If I struggle with a pose, I can actually do something like this. So I can use the 3D model to move them a little bit, this and that, other stuff, or like, you know, oh, I don't want the arm to be like this, so I can like adjust the arm a little bit like this one. And then let's have like a slightly more distant look. Change up the angle a little bit. Move up his positions. Yep. Now we can have like a nice angle to draw. Something like that. For me, it's like, for lots of people might think like it's cheating, but for me, I'm just using all my skill set. And one of the thing is like, it's not easy to do. I get like everyone that don't use the 3D model in Clip Studio for reasons, because it's actually really hard to move them and pose them properly to kind of like, you know, do your magic on it. So it's a very, very different thing for like every like different move. You have to actually understand like the 3D model a little bit to be able to kind of like adjust them properly. It's not like take longer to move and stuff. it kind of exists, but it's also like I don't have the ability to make like a live 2D model that way, and if I really want one, I have to like buy it. I am just a starving artist. I don't really have, you know, the money to buy all these kind of things. Due to some medical issues, I actually cannot you know, have a job. If you want to know a little bit more what kind of issues I have the same issues as Kanata have it. She have a Meniere's disease. I have something same with Meniere's disease. This kind of like issues is a very difficult thing to deal with because like the doctor cannot help you. You like your only solutions is literally power through your conditions. Just that. And the problem is like you always get vertigo and like dizziness. It kind of makes you like, you know, out of commission, out of random quite a lot, especially when you push your body a lot. So I essentially just like in low battery mode most of the time. And we can keep pushing ourselves to do stuff, but if we keep doing it, like the more recoil we get from the vertigo we will have later on, we're just getting stronger and stronger. So it's like we can work, but we only can work a period amount of time, and then we have to break a very long time. It's like, imagine you can push yourself to work 3 months, and then you need like 2 months or 1 month's vacation afterward. So we kind of like end up in a situations that either we have a company, we work in a company that is like they are very lenient on your issues, or you just have to work things like out for yourself because you can't really keep up with like your coworker or anyone at all due to your issues. For me, I have that thing, so yeah, it's kind of a headache, but you know, this is why I'm streaming. It's like you can work on anytime you want, but the problem is my earnings is basically just come from donations and working on my VGen commissions and stuff. I did quite a lot of jobs actually. This way at least I can help myself to keep myself sustained. You know, I still need to eat and stuff, all those kind of things. So yeah, there's quite a lot of times I'm not like too good of functioning humans most of the time. I wish I can. The frustrations of like, you know, you only have issues when you start doing stuff, and then you seems to be fine when you're not doing anything. That kind of situation really sucks because a lot of people might misunderstand you that you are like really lazy. Nah, I'm not asking for a donation, especially if you are kids. Like 100%, I will never ask for donations. I rarely actually like will like ask people for donation at all unless I do a donathon and stuff, because I know most of the people who watches me are kid. Okay, they are very young kid. Most of them is just maybe the 12, 13. Sometimes it's just like even the oldest is like 16ish. I don't know why there's lots of kids joining into my stream and then watch me, but it's not like I'm super like children friendly in the first place. I curse every single like 2 sentence when I react to stuff. But yeah, I'm not Mr. Beast. I don't take money from kids, okay? usually even if someone like really want to like donate to me, I would just say, yeah, if you really want to donate, just go to like my VGen. I have like cheaper options stuff here. You guys can kind of like do stuff to donate this and that other stuff. My cheaper offer of the like service, okay, is like $20. If you guys want to pay cheapest, like donate the $5 kind of things, I would just like do that and then give you guys a drawing as exchange. Or if you guys really wanted to, that's like even like cheaper options is like $1, like $1.50 sometimes, some of them, kind of like you know, coloring page kind of a thing. If you really want to get into like coloring, you know, like color some artwork, you guys can actually get it from here. If you guys go to my VGen, I have this thing in my shop. You guys can buy it. There's also like a bundle that you can like get 10 coloring page like in one go. So it's just like $5 because I give them a 50% discount, so you can get all this like line art that I created for you guys. Here is the Horror Life Iris one. And then this the first tree is free one is because I make it as like a testing. So there's like this. You can color them that way. This is the easy level. This is the second level, the Ina one. And then this is the Doki Bird one, the level 3. Level 3 is basically I have a lot of things leave in blank. You can add all the things yourself, like add the jackets, add the keyboard, add the background, anything that you want. So you guys can judge from like different level. You guys can do some coloring, and then there's like this one Chibi Doki one I created. Now mine is like not people see me lazy because of that. Mine is much more difficult reasons is because, like I say again, doctor cannot help you. My vertical is something wrong with my ears. My blood vessel in my ears is a little bit too long. It kind of like tangle up with my ear nervous system. So I am hearing my heartbeat in the weirdest way right now. But still, again, if I'm a little bit stressed, your blood vessel open up, or any other things, like if I just force myself to do too much activity, okay, I would become really dizzy and have vertigo. So essentially, what the doctor told me is, if you don't want to suffer vertigo that much, don't trigger it. But the problem is, if you have physical activity, a lot of physical activities, or just move around or do a lot of work, even getting stressed, like I will get dizzy and I will start like having vertigo. Everything will start spinning. That is like the worst things. And the problem, so this become issues that if I don't want to trigger it, means I cannot do jack shit. But if I push myself to start doing stuff, I will start getting dizzy. And then it would drain a lot of my stamina, and then I just like, you know, dealing with this. If you don't know what vertigo is, have you tried to do those kind of like party things, like party games, this and that? Like you have to like spin like 50 round, and then you have to walk a straight line. I can do that without issues. The reason is my entire life is already spinning. So the thing is, like when you kind of spin like 50 times, the moment you stop, you feel like the entire world is like spinning around, right? Essentially, that is happening to me even right now. I'm having it like the very small scale version of it. It's really disorienting. The reason why that happened is because my nervous system and my blood vessel kind of like, you know, punching each other's every single time my heartbeat. So depends on like how like difficult thing is. I'm just going to have a very hard times, and it's not as severe as Kanata issues. Kanata issues is like Meniere's disease. Meniere's disease is slightly differently. For me, it's like my blood vessel and my nervous system like are fighting each other's. Okay, for Kanata is her nervous system is slowly getting destroyed by the ear pressures that she have inside her ears. So our ears, if you ever read biology books, you notice like there's like that iconic like 3 loop things, and then there's like that big like snail looking like thing, right? So that big snail looking like thing is kind of like the water reservoir for dampening the vibration from like the bone thing, that when we hear things so we don't go deaf or overstimulate. And then there's like that 3 loop things, that what we call the loop that control your balance. Okay, they kind of like connected with like the snail thing you have there. I can even like find the image to show you, it's much more easier. I know a lot is because like back then like the doctors got like mistook my issues as Meniere's disease, so I went there to check for a long time until they get an MRI into my brain, and then they realized that, oh, it's much more worse issues, not worse, like it's much more different issues, but it's kind of like at a worst case scenarios too. So again, this is Meniere's disease. You can see like the snail things, and then this thing is the thing that kind of like control our balance. It inside of it have waters. Okay, the problem is for Meniere's disease is you can see like this is the normal size. This is the people who have Meniere's disease size. Okay, you can see it's much more bigger than most people. Like this part. Now seeing them is like in a much more bigger size. The reason is people who have Meniere's disease, they lost the ability to like regulate the water level inside their ears. So the water level is like going like overload a lot. It's like not going to the toilet and not going to pee, and then like just like ruin your like your bladder and stuff. So essentially this kind of things are happening to anyone who has Meniere's disease. Kanata have one, and then she have the severe case one, because you can see this thing, this big yellow thing that connected in here. This is the nervous system of the ears. Okay, inside the water actually do like go in and out from here too, but the problem is because the water is too much, it's kind of like spread out, stretch out and spread out the nervous system inside the ears, which actively damage the ear nervous systems. So as time passes, if this thing is not getting suppressed well, and you keep powering through your conditions, and then have like a lots of like bad eating habit, this and that, yeah, stuff, like your medications start to like get less weaker and weaker, like your body get used to it. So like it just getting hard to regulate more like the water inside your ears again. And then with that as issues, like it will slowly keep expanding and hurt your ear nervous systems. And then once it like reach the rate of like no return, one of your ears, or if you aren't that lucky, both your ears will go deaf. Will literally go deaf. From what I heard from Kanata issues, she already got one of her ear deaf already. So like her issue is actually like super serious, not like normal thing. And the worst thing about like these conditions, okay, we don't look like we are suffering. Even right now, I'm very dizzy. I'm seeing everything in double vision right now, but I still can like do a lot of like normal tasks because I got used to it. Because our condition is like we have to power through it. Being dizzy is way more complicated than being in pain, because if you have a headache, take like a painkiller, you're fine. Okay, if you have back pain, you take a painkiller, you're fine. Maybe you have like a wound on your hand, it's in pain. People can visibly see like, oh, there's like a gaping wound here, and then like it's bleeding. We can see that you are in pain. Being dizzy is a very like verbal concept for a lot of people who are seeing you. When you say I am dizzy, they can't see that you are dizzy. We can see people in pain, but we can't see people in dizziness. Like how often you can see in the road, like you stand like on the roadside and then watch anyone like walk past you or like walk across the street. How would you think like if they are they dizzy or not? You can't really detect anyone is like dizzy or not, but you can easily detect someone is in pain. So when they walk funny, you know like maybe they sprain their leg or like you know like they just fall or something, like there's a bruise on their hip or something. Who knows? But you can definitely see a person in pain more than you can able to see like person in dizziness. So people who are struggling with like Meniere's disease or like my issues, AICA vestibular loop, we have a very different kind of issues going on there. We are trying our best to live with it. You cannot cure it. There's no surgery to help it. There's nothing you can do with it aside from taking medications. Or in my case, worse, I don't even have medication to take because again, it's blood vessel versus my nervous systems. So essentially, we are fine when we don't do jack shit, but we are not fine when we actually do something. So it kind of like goes into the point that even we are like having dizziness or like vertigo or like tinnitus, like huge ringing in our ears, is super annoying, by the way. Like 24/7 ringing in your ears is going to make you flip your table every single day. You are so tilted to the point that anyone touches you, you might punch them. I'm not even kidding. I've been through that part. Like, so you become like either you become a very volatile person, or like you really like are really stressed because of it too. So it makes you really hard to work with. Trying to keep up with like your coworker is going to be a nightmare. And a lot of things. This is like the issues of like Meniere's disease can like do to you. And also like mine, like AICA. AICA is like the baby versions of like Meniere's disease. It's not gonna kill me, but it's going to annoy shit out of me a lot. But the definite like the social effect situations is the same. I cannot touch the back of my head. Like the moment I touch it, I will start getting dizzy. Yeah, that's how I functions. So yeah, again, like worst case scenario, like I say, like it sounds really bad, right? Like how do you live like normally, like functioning normally? We just try our best, to be honest. The issue when it come to this kind of things is like really you trying the best. And if you know that you have a friend have Meniere's disease or like AICA vestibular loop, which is that AICA one, like mine one is like super fucking rare because you have to go to like, you know, like those kind of like magnet, like what we call it again, not CT scan, something MRI. Yes, MRI to actually detect it in the first place is like super rare thing and really really hard to detect because it have like the same symptom with like Meniere's disease, but it's not going to get the same like severe damage as Meniere's disease does. Thank God. But yeah, basically I won't go deaf, but people who have Meniere's disease, they will actually go deaf. Again, this thing doesn't like really like show the sign very early. So it's like, oh, if you're in pain, pia. Oh, you immediately know, oh, this is pain. For vertigo and dizziness, it's something that build up. Okay? You can be fine in your first day when you start pushing yourself to work, and then you are fine the second day, third day, maybe you feel a little bit starting to your body is like starting to get a little bit tired easily because like you have been like power through your conditions, because the Meniere's disease, the dizziness, the vertigo, like all those kind of things, like is working like slowly creeping up and sap all your physical strength at that point. And then because you have to like this thing actually disrupt your balance, okay? Your balance, like your walk, like imagine like right now, okay? I can like show it to you guys right now. Okay, So if I walk like this. Okay, if I walk just like a normal person, I can even walk backward and forward without issues. But if I decided to do the sobriety test, you know, like the catwalk thingy, this is what happened. I got used to, I trained my body to be able to like walk while my balance is like a little bit off. But this is what happened. I'm not even exaggerating. My body just go haywire. Hold on. Okay? My body is just going haywire the moment I try to do that. Because my balance is off, I just keep adjusting. Every single step I'm doing right now, I walk like a gosh dang penguin for reasons. It's because like it's really hard to control my balance, so I just move my entire body instead. I say again, I don't look like I have issues, is it? For lots of people who have this like kind of issues, we don't look like we have issues. But the problem is because our balance is kind of like screwed, or in my case, I would say my balance is fucked. So when we do any actions, okay, because our up, down, left, right is completely like screwed, so we have to like actively, physically, manually move our body. So because we have to keep doing that, it becomes like so difficult. Like not really so difficult. We get used to it as time passed. The problem is, like you see, like I shake that much. Technically, even my normal walking should be like that too. But the problem is, no, I just like learn how to adapt. You know, like counterbalance. If I shift to the left, I immediately go to the right. If I go to the right, immediately go to the left. Essentially, if I do the catwalk practice a lot, I might be able to do it like a normal person's. But the problem is, again, I have to do a lot of counterbalance to actually like rebalance myself. Doing that eats up so many physical energy that is really hard for me to maintain any energy at all. So it's like when you play games, you know, it's like when you play games, you play a game like this is like a normal person's stamina bar. Okay, normal person's stamina bar. They can spend their stamina bar for work, daily life situations, is like going to toilet, this and that yeah, stuff, extra time for themselves. For us, like people who have Meniere's disease and AICA, okay, I think people who got more severe Meniere's disease would like have the worst case. Most of our time, okay, is to deal with our issues, and then we can use this much time to do work. We do not have time to rest. We use basically our stamina is already like before we can use for anything else. Our stamina is already got cut in like maybe 60%, 70%. Just have to keep it to maintain our body balance because we are moving our body in manual mode. Again, it sounds hard, but once you start getting used to it, it's just really, really normal to us. But still, again, it uses up so many energy. We can't like have too much stamina for like a lot of like physical activity that much. So yeah, it means like again, it's going to be very difficult to work at, like work a normal job. So you end up like you just work a little bit and then you immediately, oh, I'm dizzy, I'm tired, I need to go to take a break. Now you kind of hear like that. If nobody knows that you have this kind of like illness, okay? If you just keep continuously say that I'm dizzy, I need to go and take a break, people will just look at you that this motherfucker, every single time I'm not seeing him doing any work, every single time I start doing something, he starts saying, oh, I'm dizzy. Now I'm just not sure he's lazy or what. This is literally how the entire society see anyone with Meniere disease and AICA. Because nobody would know too much about this thing at all. Human hidden features and issues. All I can say is that. Ah, gosh dang it, the music stopped. Every single time I turn on my Discord, it's just going to like, gone. Sorry. You might hear me breathing a little bit harder. Basically because usually when I start to have like some higher vertigo, which I just did that walk thingy, normally I have a panic attack when I do that. This is why, like, back to some of that topic again, like, Hololive Kanata, like, she kind of retired just because of that. I do feel bad for her, because again, like, streaming for me is like the easiest thing to do, but the problem is like she's working in Hololive, which her entire life experience of being a streamer is, always working. Go to do record, go to do this, go to do that. Always have to be really active every single days and week. For me, streamer is like I become a streamer and like a commission artist is because like I have the freedom to take a break whenever I wanted to. So she don't have that privilege, and she keep pushing herself until a point that one of her ear went deaf right now. So I'm not. It's like I can definitely sure it's a very sad moment for her. Because like back then when I studied engineering, I also have a lot of health issues, like due to my condition and stuff. I can't focus that well, this and that other stuff. I can't like sleep that well. So I gave up my, engineering study, and then start going to like 3D animation. Thought I can, I just do art. And if I can't like do heavy like brain tasks, and then I realized that oh shit, art is actually need to like do way more things than that. And again, that's a reason why I kind of like keep talking nonstop when I'm drawing. Essentially is when I feel dizzy, I have the compelling I have that compelling like willingness to want to keep talking, you know, keep myself distracted, so I can like, you know, don't think about I'm being dizzy a lot, and just keep doing what I do. Yeah, I made my own model. This is why I say I cannot afford to make a model that can like move the hands and everything, because the fact that I don't know how to do it, and even I know how to do it, is going to be very difficult. That is the case. That is my main issues. I draw my own model, rig my own model, and did everything for my own model. This is the 2.1 versions. Actually, I'm planning to make like a 3.0 versions, but I need like a very huge funding to do that, because if I do that thing, I just don't have time to like work on commissions and everything. So I need to like guarantee have like 2 months of like living expense, and then I can like guarantee to start like do that like 3D model, not 3D model, like my 3.0 model design. And it's not sometimes, I am an art commissions artist. So if you have friends that want like, you know, make YouTube and stuff, and then they want like a thumbnail to like draw like very like simple handmade thumbnail like this, they need to do some hand draw thumbnail, I'm your man. Like thumbnail have like a very like fun aesthetic for like lots of things and stuff, you know. Yeah, basically I can draw like lots of things in very various style. Depends like on your like the things that you want me to draw and stuff.
Kawaii，这个叉烧好过生，这个叉，Kawaii，这个叉。
Yeah, I can show you some of my other artwork too. Like I did it for myself because not a lot of people want like a thumbnail that is hand drawn. It's too much. Sometimes I go for like a little bit sketchy style like this one. So sometimes I go for a sketchy style like this one. Or much more like still sketch but much more clean sketch like this one. Or I can do the funny one. Or this kind of stuffed. If you want to make a react video, especially like shit on the persons, I can also do that. And I have a certain skill, is what I call the subtle edit. Okay, the subtle edit is basically like I play Wuthering Wave sometimes, so like they have like each have different season and stuff. I actually low-key self-insert myself into as the main characters. How do I do that? I try my best to kind of like match up things. Too bad I didn't do the shadows. But you kind of like can get the ideas. It's like I can like stealthily like add your characters into them if I can. I will also try my best to match up like the art style together with like, you know. Together with like the art itself. But if you guys just want the funny looking one, I can also do that. That's like this particular one. I play Earth Defense Force, so I do this one. Reference some other anime, and also playing as Earth Defense Force. And then, oh, what's my favorite one? Oh, this is one of them. This is me doing like a watch along thingy. And then there is low key is still like, even though like I kind of like just sketch it out, like 10-minute artwork, but I'm still really proud of it. What is it? What is it? Ah, yes, this one. When I play Resident Evil, I turn myself into Bruce Lee. So yeah, this is my thumbnail drawing skill. Oh yeah, there's like that one special event, region, verify. Yeah, that's this one too. That's like a friend of mine that commissioned me to draw him as a Project Zomboid thumbnail, and then I decided to give him like I put like the Project Zomboid like wallpaper on, and then like just drew him on top of it. Try to match up like the lighting and everything. So now you're looking at it, it'll be like, ooh.
这块叉烧好过生你啊！
Oops, autosave. Yeah, every single time the autosave is kind of like...
这块叉烧好过生。你那万亿，这块叉烧好过生你啊！还有。 大嫂好过生你啊！还要我给你啊？还要我给你啊？
Okay, I have to find the Shinra Tensei clip. Yeah, I need to do a slightly more funnier edit. It's basically like while like everything I animate everything, and then last moment I just flat out just take out like the Naruto clip just doing the Shinra Tensei. Hozo, hi there, Midori. Okay, good. I'll be using if you guys don't know how to do like edit on your video and stuff, that's like a very good way to do it. There's something called the YTDLP, so you can just copy the link, TikTok, Twitch VOD, YouTube, whatever. If your favorite like streamers is like streaming, you want to do like some clip for them, this is like the best way to do it. You can just like after they finish the stream, you have to wait for them a little bit because like the YouTube have to like prep up the VOD for you, and then once like maybe like after a few hours, you can kind of like come back and then like do this, paste, and then you can have like this thing like start queuing up. Usually it would like match your find like the clip very early. It might be a little bit slow this time. Maybe it's because I'm streaming and everything. And then you guys can see like there's lots of option for you guys to kind of like download the qualities. So there's like the audio qualities. Let you guys like select the best one if you want. Okay, I select the best audio qualities, and then again the best. Not this one. The best like video quality you can find, and then just select use this thing and then start download. You can like download the best quality of the video, and then you can start editing the video that way. This way you can help out your Oshi, like your like any like stuff that you can clip that things and then like post it that way. Just an editor. Yeah, see you tomorrow, I guess. I'm just originally I was going to take a break today, but I felt like not streaming, not doing anything. I feel like so fucking empty. I've been like streaming 24/7 most of the time. So at the end I just like start my stream, have some little bit of fun. People drop by here, you know, have a little bit chat and stuff. Oh, by the way, I missed like your questions, Gauntlet. Yeah, the purple spike is like for my character lore reasons that he have that is because Kirei himself is the void itself, so he don't really have like a physical form. So this thing, like the purple thing, like you can see like lots of purple thing is just like there to kind of like anchor him into the world, so people can put a makeup on him. Yes, people put makeup on him. It's because like I can show you one of the image that I drew back in the days. It's a very old image, so not a lot of people actually remember any of my character lore. So where is it? Yeah, this one. So Kirei actually do not have a physical form. like the face, the eyes, the clothes, and even the hair, the mouth, everything is come from makeup, because he just like the walking silhouette of a characters, so he don't really have like any like facial features or anything at all. So the only thing that kind of like can kind of like put him like in like physical pieces is actually like have like like the specially made clothes, and like this like the purple like the device thingy that kind of like, you know, anchor him down, so he can have a physical form for people to put makeup on him. And that's all. That just like the purple thing like used to. But funny thing is, like, actually my design, every single design of my characters, this ring's supposed to be like smaller and smaller, you know, like this is supposed to be like big ass ring for the very beginning of the thingy. I can show it to you. Yeah, this is my 1.0 model. The ring used to be a big ass ring, okay? And my idea is every single versions of like my character model update, like he will get like the ring getting smaller and smaller, which is not in here. Okay, hold on a little bit. This one I dig through screenshots, so it might take a while. Oof. Man, I screenshot so many things. So on my second upgrade, you can see the ring actually become like smaller. It's supposed to be every single upgrade, like the ring is going to be slowly smaller and smaller and then disappeared. But the problem is, when I have this model, like my 2.0 model officially out, a lot of people are missing the big ass ring. So a lot of people complain that where did the ring go? And then I'll be like, fine, I'll add it back on my 2.1 model. 2.1 is just like a fashion change for my characters, like you already can see this. Current one is my 2.1 model. The reason like he is like in this yin yang style kind of like clothing, like black and white, is because like my 2.0 model is actually have like blue color for clothes. It's a very deep blue turquoise, so it's still green. The problem is, when I record anything like for video format kind of like stuff, I can't, because blue colors. I can't blue screen my characters. Obviously, I cannot green screen my character. The hair is green colors. So, yeah, I have to do something about it and then like remove the hair just for that particular purposes. Not remove the hair, remove the clothes. No more blue clothes. That's the purpose of it. It used to be very nice, but too bad I can't really like settle the color that well. Okay, I think the video is supposed to be finished downloaded. Yes. Yep, good.
还要我给你啊？还要我给你啊？
ここより世界に痛みを。痛みを。
给你啊！
神羅転生。いや
给你啊！
世界に痛みを。神羅転生。
妈妈，妈妈，我找到你以前的芭比娃娃，可以给我吗？
哦，当然可以，我的小宝贝。
爸爸，爸爸，我找到你以前的新街娃娃，给我拿过来呀！这是我的，我的！哎呦，你没有乱张啊！最强 Q 吗？
对啦，对啦。
卡哇伊，这块叉烧好过生你啊！还要我给你啊？
世界に痛みを。神羅転生。
Oh, it's going to be lagging a little bit because I'm going to do some rendering. Okay, I can show it to you guys now. This is my work. The timing that I do. Let's hope that the timing's nice.
妈妈，妈妈，我找到你以前的芭比娃娃，可以给我吗？
哦，当然可以，我的小宝贝。
爸爸，爸爸，我找到你以前的新街娃娃，给我拿过来呀！这是我的，我的！哎呦，你没有乱张啊！最强 Q 吗？
对啦，对啦。
卡哇伊，这块叉烧好过生你啊！还要我给你啊？
世界に痛みを神羅転生
妈妈，妈妈，我找到。
I just turned this into the most bullshit thing in the world. Alright then, I did quite a lot of work. This is a relatively shorter stream that I do. Anyway, you guys have fun, I hope. Educational, fun, and everything. This is my stream and what I normally do. So I appreciate you guys do give it a like and subscribe on everything. And as always, guys, stay healthy, stay safe. Until next time, stay tuned on the next stream. Bye bye!